What's up, my bitch-ass goats? Today we are going to read Reddit posts. Well, we can just read one today, but I'm just trying out a few different things here. So this is under social skills, 15 hours ago. It's got 2.1k upvotes. Why 99% of people never improve their social skills and are stuck. There's a mystery when it comes to why some people are social, outgoing, confident, and can freely express themselves, and why some people are shy, reserved, quiet, unconfident in themselves, or struggle to make deep connection. If you're someone who has resigned to the idea of making more friends, or you don't really want to put in the work to improve your social life, then this is the post not for you. This post is not for you. However, if you're someone who likes to be around other human beings, you want to interact with them, have a good time with friends, and make meaningful connections, and most importantly, you want to make people happy, and you want to help people and contribute to their lives, but you feel like you're awkward, or you don't have anything to offer, or you don't really know how to get past the small talk and really connect on a deeper level. If you're one of these people, then I want to break this myth people have about their social skills once and for all. The big mystery about our abilities to be truly social and confident. Most people have this idea that someone just is a certain way, almost like they were born outgoing or born more quiet and reserved. They'll say things like, I'm just a quiet person, or that's just not really me, as if their identity was set in stone because they were created that way. But the truth is, you've learned... Alright, so what do you guys think of that? Isn't that like a classical philosophical argument? Like John Locke or whatever, blank slate? I do think we are born certain ways, for sure. I do believe in introversion and extroversion. I do believe some people are just, I guess the way a lot of people put it is they get their energy from people, and some people get energy from themselves. And that's what the introverts are. Like me, I get charged up after being a couch potato for a week. Then I'm ready to socialize and drain it all in like a night. I mean, that's an oversimplification. I'm my best self when I have enough alone time. Let's see. But the truth is, you've learned to be a quiet person. You've learned to be reserved. And someone who's outgoing learned to be outgoing. We just learn these things at a very young age, often without even knowing this learning was taking place at all. Sorry, I'm like... Oh, gosh. So, yeah, I do believe in that. Obviously, you can get better at anything you want. You know, if you want to be a musician, you can be... What am I saying? I'm saying, so yeah, I definitely agree in that. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, obviously, but I think, so like the personality types, the Myers-Briggs stuff, I believe in that with a grain of salt. That's way more compelling and makes more sense to me than astrology or number signs. I think that's hocus pocus, but the personality types make sense. But also, like, yeah, someone can be like 53% introvert, you know, and then 57, 57, 47% extrovert. I had some weed. I'm a child. But yeah, no, but the Myers-Briggs is, the main point is just it's your tendency. It's your default. I don't know, but sometimes I just think that's all hocus pocus too. I don't know. And yeah, if you're wondering, I'm like an ISFP, and I've taken the test like every 3 years growing up, and I'm always an ISFP. What do you guys think of Myers-Briggs? Is it kind of hokey? Hokey? All right. And yeah, maybe it seems unfair, just like it's unfair that some kids grow up learning 2 languages from their parents, while the rest of us weren't so lucky. They didn't have to necessarily work for it. They just happened to grow up in an environment where their parents spoke 2 different languages. And for everyone else that wants to be bilingual, they have to put in the work. They have to study. They have to find a teacher. They have to practice. They have to immerse themselves. This is exactly the same with your social skills. Yes, your upbringing has shaped it, and yes, you've had traumatic experiences that have shut you off from people and make it very difficult and scary to open up. You've experienced past failures that make rejection very painful. But you didn't have anything to do with the way you were born or the structure of your DNA. You just happen to learn certain skills and to behave in particular ways. So think about it. If you want to travel to, say, Italy, maybe you wanted to live there and you really wanted to learn to speak Italian, but you weren't one of the lucky kids who was born with Italian-speaking parents. Do you just give up? That's not me. I'm one of those non-Italian-speaking people. That's just the way I am. No, that's ridiculous. You just have to learn. So what do you see here? You don't have to just settle for being the quiet, reserved, awkward person that you feel you are. You just have to learn that second language, learn that new way of being, the skill of being social and confident. The good news, it can be much easier than learning a second language if you do it right. So if you want to overcome these problems, be more social, and not be stuck the way you've learned to be, then let's continue this conversation. Comment with what specifically you'd like to learn, how to do to transform your social life. Of course, feel free to message me if it's too personal. So yeah, I agree with that. I remember I went to Dallas, Texas when I was 20 years old and to sell pest control door to door. And I drank a Monster energy drink every single day. And I wasn't even close to being one of the top guys. I mean, the office started with 30 of us, and then at the end of the summer there was like 6 of us. Because there's like a little bonus of like $1,000 if you finish to the end of the summer. But no, yeah, I was still, gosh, I think I did the math and it was like, I made $5 an hour. Because we were on the doors for like 8 hours a day. And, oh man, that was such an awful job. But I knew there was something there with people skills, That sounds so nerdy. But people skills, I think they get you like 10 times farther in life than anything I learned in school. So, do you agree with that? I mean, obviously school's important, reading's important, and your own education is important, but I think the most valuable skill you can have is learning to deal with people and talk with people and stuff. And so yeah, that's what always kind of brought me back to sales, is like I just want to be a sales dog, one of those guys that makes $100,000 in a summer, an extrovert basically. And I think a lot of people turn to drinking. Obviously, it's a social lubricant. It helps you come out of your shell. And so this post is saying you have to learn to come out of your shell without, or just, What do you think? I'm gonna start doing I'm just going to start reading into this crispy mic. It's so crispy. All right, my bitch-ass goats. Like, what should I call this? Reddit with Andrew or fall asleep to this? So if you want to overcome, okay. And so then some people are like, how to practice social skills when you don't have friends. How to be someone, people practice social skills when you don't have friends. It's, it's obviously awkward making friends on purpose. You can't really force friendship. It's something like, it just happens. Let's see, making friends. I remember in high school, I went to the skate park and I deliberately tried to make a friend. And I was like, hey, what's up? Or, hey, I'm Andrew. I was like 15. And the kid was like, hey, what's up? He like didn't want to, it was kind of weird. And I was like, so the very next question, what kind of music do you like? So I've certainly paid my dues in navigating the world socially. It's, a lot of advice just comes down to experience, like gain experience, just do it. Nike, for some peculiar reason, discovered the greatest advice of all time and made it their slogan. I mean, even if you fail, you learn from the experience. And then that's how character and confidence is earned. But yeah, making friends, though, you just have to, get a job. I made a lot of friends at work, naturally, because you're interacting with them because of a third party, i.e. a job or a group or activity, support groups. There's definitely a balance. You have to... Did you hear that? There's definitely a balance. You have to be a friend to have friends. So you do have to, don't flake on people. Don't, make time for friends. What do you guys think? Do you think friendship it can't be forced? It's kind of like love, you can't force like a relationship into being in love, But again, they both take effort and work and selflessness. All right, my bitch ass goats. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.